Hello, you're welcome back to this channel. It's your girl TT by Nick. So today I'll be sharing with you how I made this beautiful big pant trouser. So if this is what you're interested in, do not forget to hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, and turn your notification bell to get a notification when I post something new. So let's dive into it. So what you're going to do is to get your fabric on fold. Then the next thing is to make sure everything aligns. Then after which, so here what you do first is to take out 2 inch on the waist part. That will serve as our waistband. Then I'll go ahead and mark the crouch line, which is 14.5, that's 14 and a half. Then I'll go ahead and mark 5 to 6 inches downwards. We're not really using that here, but I'll just mark it out for you. That will serve as the lap line. Then I'll go ahead to mark out the length of this trouser, and the length of this trouser I'll be making use of a 44 inch, right? That's plus extra allowance for folding. So the next thing I'll be doing is to take my tape and I'll take the round measurement of the hip I'm working with, which is 44. I'll divide it by 4, just like you see on the screen. And once I do that, what I'll be having is 11. So I'll be marking out 11, but when placing it, I'll add 4 extra inch for ease. Remember, this is a big pants trouser, so I'll be marking 4 extra inch. You can decide to add 5, depends on you. So I'll just mark out what I have there, and I also take the same measurement to the waist area, right? Take that same measurement, which is 17, to the waist area, and I'll mark out a straight rule from the crouch line to that waist area. But because I do not want my waist to be big enough, I'll come in by 2 inch, then I'll make a slant curve, just like you see me doing on the screen. So the next thing now is to mark out our crouch depth, which I'll be going in by 3 inch. Yes, this is a big pant trouser, so I want it to be eased as possible. Then on that angle line, I'll go up by 1 inch, then I'll create my crouch curve, just like that. It's very much easy and understandable. So if you don't know how to daft your pant trouser out till now, hey, that means you've not been following me. So what I'll do next is just to take that line down to the length of this trouser, I guess, because we do not have a shaping. It is a big pant trouser. So there we have it. We have our crouch depth marked, we have our shaped waist area, and the length of this trouser. So the next thing I'll be doing now is just to cut through this piece. Remember, this is the front piece, so I'm just going to cut all this out. So there, I'll start cutting through. So this is the simplest drafting and cutting pattern of a big pant trouser I have ever posted, but I did uploaded one that has to do with the ashoke material, right? So can check it out. But if you don't understand this, then I don't know, because this is the simplest form of it. So the next thing now is to draft the back piece. So I'll get my fabric and I'll take it on fold. I'll make sure I have enough space for the back piece. You know, the back piece is usually bigger than the front piece. So what I'll be doing next is to bring the front piece to the back piece. Then I would spread it open and make sure that the crouch area is facing towards me. So there we have it. I felt the space was not that much, so I decided to increase the spacing just to give it more space. So the next thing I'll be doing is to get back the front piece on it. Then I'll go ahead and finish up the drafting for the back piece. So what I'll be doing next is to take my chalk and I'll extend the crouch depth on the back piece. Then I'll go out by 2 inch, and I'll also go out by 2 inch on the crouch curve. And towards the waist area, some will easily go out by 1.5, then mark exact at the waist area, just like you see me curving out. But I'm not going to be following this method. So what I'll be doing is to follow out the 2 inch ruled out line for this pant trouser. because we are going to be having an elastic band that's going to get this gathered up together, right? So I'll just clean up what I have, and then I'll just mark out the usual 2-inch I'll be using. So I'll just extend the 2-inch down to the length of this trouser. Then the next thing is to cut out this piece. So do not forget, if you're not yet following us, do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Do not forget to like this video, comment, and share to your loved ones. You might be helping someone today, right? So, and please do not forget to comment how this tutorial was helpful for you if you're going to be following this, which I should advise you to. So now we've gone ahead to cut both the front and back piece. The next thing is to cut out the waistband. So here I'll take my fabric unfold. I'll be making use of a total of 5-inch. That is, unfold it will be 2.5 inches, right? So I have length 45, which I'll be cutting through. So I'll just take my time to cut this straight across, and after that I'll fold it up and keep it. Then I'll go ahead and cut the second one. I just want to cut enough, so when I'm done I'll just take the round measurement of the waist I have and I'll correspond it to the waistband and maybe give 6 to 7 extra inches. So here I'm trying to cut out my pocket. I did a length of 12 by 8 thereabout to cut out my pocket. So here I'm trying to trace out the second pocket of this pant trouser. So when I'm done with the pocket, here are my pieces. This is the back piece and the front piece all together, and that's my waistband and my pocket. So the next thing I'll be doing is to join these pieces up together. So here, this is the front piece of this pant trouser. What I'll be doing is to sew the crouch line both for the front and the back. Then I'll come back and show you what I have. I also got the front piece. So here I've gone ahead to sew together the front and the back piece. So here is the back piece, and this one I'm trying to face it on top is the front piece. So you do right side facing right side, right? Then you can use your pins to hold them up together, and then you'd just sew across the side lines. That's to give it shaping. And I'll also go ahead and seam the center part of this trouser. I'll be holding the crouch lines of the front and back piece together, and then I'll sew from the other end to the other end. So here I've done that already. I've gone ahead to sew together the sides and also the center part of this pant trouser. So basically we are almost done with this pant trouser, and you can see the waist part. So I'll just go ahead to take the measurement I have on this waist, so I'll know what measurement of band to use for this pant trouser. Remember, it is a baggy pant trouser. So here I'll just implicate the measurement I have on the waistline. Then I'll be adding 5 to 6 inches for ease. So the next now is to take up my waist band, my waist elastic. So this is a 2-inch elastic, as you can see. So I'd already gone ahead to cut it. I used half of the measurement of the waistband, and I also added like 5 inches for ease. That will make it a total of 27 inches. So the next thing I'll be doing is to take this elastic and I'll be joining it together just like you see me doing, like that on the screen. You place on each other and sew. So this is the waistband. I'll be facing right side, then I'll sew across the line, then after which I'll open it up and also top stitch while giving it a center space, right? So if you don't understand what I mean, this is what I mean. So what I'll do is just the down part by 1/2 inch, and I'll also create 1/2 inch space then before joining it all across together. So if you don't understand, just look closely. I'm going to show you how to do that on the sewing machine. So just sew your line across together and then you top stitch while leaving a space. That is it. So here I've already gone ahead to do that. You can see what I have, and this is the space that I'm talking about. So that's the space to pass your ropes through. Now you can see what we have. This is actually looking nice. Even if you don't want to fix a rope initially, you can actually leave it like that, and when the elastic is lacking, you can fix up your ropes whichever way you want to do it. That's determined by you. So I'll be fixing the elastic into the band, then I'll sew it all around, and also go ahead to do the stitches on top. So if you don't understand what I mean, just look closely and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you just go ahead and sew this band all around with the elastic in it. Please, you want to take your time to do this because there's no rush in making this. If not, you're going to have so many mistakes and you have yourself losing up to fix it right back. So here I was done with the first step. You can see what we have. Everything is sitting pretty. So we'll go ahead and make lines across. That's you go down by ½ inch, just like that. Then you sew that all around. Please, when you're sewing, make sure you're dragging this waistband so the elastic can be straightened out. So that will give you the scribbled effect on your pant trousers waist. So you just keep sewing this all around and make sure to drag the waistband, please. So yes, once you're done with the first stitch, you start up the second one by going right beneath the first stitch about 1 inch. Then you start making your stitches across. Then you just keep stitching around just like you did to the first stitch. So here I'm done. You can see what we have. This is how you make your elastic trouser band. You can see how this came out beautifully well. So the next thing I'll be doing is to place this waistband on the pant trouser. So what I'll be doing is to get that opening, I'll face it to the right side of the pant trouser, and when you're fixing this band, you make sure to use your pins, stretch it out to cover out the waist space. Then after which you go ahead to sew the elastic band all around the waist. Ensure to drag it. So here is the final effect, or what I say, the final result of this tutorial. You can see how this pant trouser is sitting pretty, and I have the second one on the mannequin looking beautiful. So here is the result. You can see how this came out nice. I'm actually in love with this. It's baggy, it's comfortable, and gives you this classy look. So you can actually style this any way you want to. So thank you so much for watching, and do not forget to hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, and turn your notification bell to get a notification when I post something new. Do not forget to share this with your friends, and if you do try it out, leave a comment in the comment section. See you in my next video. Bye.